Thanks a lot for coming in.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Something about this community appeals to you?
This is a wonderful place to live.
For Kelowna Now, this is Kent Mulgat. And we're joined by Kim Dobranski, president and owner of the West Kelowna Warriors. Thanks for coming in, Kim.
Thank you for having me.
So you put out this letter, this open letter to the people of West Kelowna, and it kind of sounded like you were saying, hey guys, get out and start supporting us by coming to games, or you might lose the team. Was I drawing too much inference from this letter?
Well, you know, I think that some of the narrative that it creeped out there was it was a threat that the team was going to leave if people didn't come, and I don't think it's a threat. In fact, what I'm here to try to make a successful franchise. I'm here to try to fill the building, build some community ownership of the team, and you know, so obviously the hockey fans are the easiest ones to get into the building, but you know, you've got some competition with the WHL. The Rockets are here, a very good franchise, and they draw a lot of fans from the west side to their games, which is fine. I don't have any issue with that. But I also want to try to make the community understand the importance of having these franchises in their own backyard. You know, we're not just hockey. We certainly have great hockey. We draw some of the best players from right across the country into our division. You know, but we also support a lot of organizations in the community that they're touched by. You know, they may not come out and watch a hockey game, but if you look at this year alone, over 23 organizations we've supported through 50/50 and fundraising and raffles. You know, those people at some point, you know, are impacted by the support we give those organizations. And without us being sort of the spearhead, I guess, of or the uniting factor in a community, you know, those organizations would suffer and they would have to go elsewhere. There's not a lot of events that go on in a city where people mass gather, where you can present yourself or present your cause and fundraise in a single place. It's fundraising stuff these days. You know, the economy isn't strong as it used to be, and dollars are limited, but this gives you an opportunity to get out in front of a lot of people, promote what it is that you're trying to promote, and give people a choice to support you or not support you. So, you know, I think what we do outside of the hockey is very important for West Kelowna and other communities in the BCHL. And, you know, my goal is to preserve that and help raise the awareness in the community.
There was a time when you had as many as 1,000 season ticket holders that the West Kelowna Warriors did, and now it's a quarter of that?
Well, you know, there's always the dating, and then the marriage, and then the honeymoon, and then
Right.
and then reality.
Well, what happened? How did that cave in so much?
Well, you know, I don't know that it caved in. I think when you're trying to draw a team into a community, there's a lot of season tickets. You know, owners who are bringing teams into communities look for that support. They want to know that the community is going to support the team. So, you know, there was a big season ticket drive prior to the team leaving Langley and coming to West Kelowna. And so they were able to sell about 1,000 season tickets. Okay. Now, a lot of those are corporate sponsors, corporate support. You know, I don't know how many of those were actual fans that were buying tickets. And, you know, I think over time, corporations dropped their season tickets. You know, so the numbers start to dwindle. But I also think that, you know, with, you know, as the world evolves in social media, and, you know, we're getting better TVs, the quality of, I mean, you must remember when we had the 4x3 televisions with terrible resolution. And
are you saying I'm that old?
Well, I think we both are, but I know we have kids the same age, so.
Yeah.
You know, the quality of what you can watch on TV at 4K and high def, that didn't exist that many years ago. And now it's easy to sit down, turn on your TV, and there's so many options. Watch hockey. You know, the BCHL can be watched online now. You know, the WHL can be watched online, NHL, of course. So, you know, I think people are getting complacent and they sit in their homes and they're watching it on TV, and which is fine, you know, but I think that creates a sense of complacency, as I said, and they don't understand that we have something that's important that can help create a great sense of community that's right there, that they need to actually leave their homes and come and sit and enjoy it.
Right. And you mentioned there's the Rockets just across the bridge. What is it about the BCHL that you think makes it worthwhile?
Well, the WHL is an opportunity for those top level players who are seeking professional careers. You know, pretty much all the top players, and I mean those high end, the Connor McDavids and players such as that. Not all of them. Some of them do play in our league, but they're pursuing dreams in the NHL. What we do is we do two things. One thing is we provide an opportunity for players who are sort of late bloomers. Not all kids develop and grow and mature at the same time. I mean, some kids don't stop growing till they're 21 or 22. Some kids stop at 16. And we've got a lot of players in our leagues who really haven't become stars until they're in their early 20s. And then they're plucked by the NHL while they're in NCAA. So we give kids more time to develop their skills and grow and mature as players. Hopefully, if they're at that level, the NHL will notice them, and they do. They find them. I think recently, 33% of all NHL players are coming out of NCAA hockey. The other thing we do is we provide opportunities for players who are more academic oriented, who are looking for careers outside of hockey, who are looking to become, engineers or doctors or firemen or policemen or scientists or astronauts or whatever it is, and we provide a vehicle for them to go to school. Generally, they receive scholarships for those top kids, and they can pursue their dreams in academics while they play hockey, and their hockey funds their academics. So, we do a very good job. I think BCHL, we place over half of all the country's NCAA placements just out of our league. And I think that's a testament to a couple things, how hard we work to provide these opportunities for players. And it's also a testament to how great the hockey actually is in this league, particularly in our division. I mean, I think I posted a stat in my letter that in the last 10 years, the 6 of the BCHL Fred Page Cup championships came out of our division. And out of the last 20 years, 8 of our leagues and our teams in our league won the national championship. Right. So, if you love hockey, we're great hockey. I mean, you look at the Tyson Jost and the Fabros, and Alex Newhook is a top-ranked draft pick. He's playing in Victoria Grizzlies right now. So we do have top players in our league that are good, that will be in the NHL one day. This is just a route. They're just not willing to throw away their access to academics in case it doesn't work out for them.
Right. Oh, see, it has been tumultuous, your time as owner of the team. This letter is going out just a few months after, well, first you came along, then there was a lot of cleaning house, then there was the firing of a coach, a player uprising. The league was involved to some extent. I guess it depends who you talk to, the level of their involvement. It all seemed like, quite a mess almost. But does that play a role in this at all? I mean, if things settle down, is it happy in the dressing room between the coaches and the ownership now? Has that all settled down?
Yeah, this was a discussion we had at the BCHL level, and what happened with our organization is not unusual. I mean, it's something that the Rockets fired their head coach and brought in Mr. Foote. Nanaimo replaced their coach. In fact, Chilliwack replaced their coach at the end of the season and ended up winning the national championship. So replacing coaches is not an unusual thing to happen. It was the timing of ours when I tried to make it. And in fact, Jeff was. Mr. Grimwood, Jeff, was our assistant coach. He wasn't actually our head coach.
Just for people who aren't following, he was an assistant coach, and I believe that he was probably on the way out. But then you heard the players speak loudly, gave it some second thought, and now he's your head coach.
Yeah, Jeff was brought here by Ryland Furster as an assistant coach. Ryland had made the decision for personal reasons that he moved on with other businesses, and he now does player scouting and recruiting, and he's a player advisor now, so I wish him success in that. So the departure of Mr. Furster was very positive. There was no ill will. Mr. Grimwood had offered to be the interim guy while I found a head coach replacement, and that was the path we went down on. And I did find some people who I thought would be excellent additions to our organization. But in the meantime, as I said in my press conference, you have to look at all the factors when you're making these decisions. And the timing of the purchase of the team was late, and that was something that we're going to look at the league level to maybe make sure that we don't have a situation like that again. And then so the timing of it was tough. The players had created a bond with Jeff, and Jeff's a wonderful guy. We have no ill will. I know the narrative and the public perception is there was all this conflict, but we actually, when the league came down to try to put a deal together to make all this work, we kind of giggled about the whole thing, about how big a deal everybody was making out of it, because it really wasn't as big a deal as internally with me and Jeff and the league as it was made to be. But we let it go. Sometimes you don't want to put wood into the fire, because then the fire never goes out. Yeah. So we just left it alone, and we moved on. So yeah, we moved on from that situation within 5 days. And you know, we had a team meeting, and everybody was very positive and upbeat. Jeff and I have had a great relationship since then, and yeah, I mean, we talk on the phone daily. So yeah, I mean, we've moved on from that. It was a minor blip, and I think the timing really exaggerated the.
Right. So there's not ongoing drama in the
not at all. No, there's no ongoing drama. Like I said, I really praise Jeff for the excellent job he's done with the kids, and Jeff's a very good coach. And
right. Okay. So you put out this letter, this appeal to the community to support their junior hockey team. I know that Kelowna Now published it. Have you had any response?
You know, it's been far more positive than I expected. You know, you always have those cynics and those people that always want to beat you up. And there's, believe it or not, there's people out there that want to see this team fail for various reasons, but we tend to ignore them. Yeah, the response has been positive. You know, the social media, you know, our fans took to social media, and they really, you know, it was shared 100 and some times. And if you think that everybody has 5 to 1,000 friends, how many people got to look at that letter? And so overall, the response has been great. The very first game since that letter, we had a full house, lots of new faces. And when you're in Royal LePage and you look at the layout of the rink, you can tell who's new because they walk in and they don't know where to go, how to get to their seats. So you know there's a lot of new people in there. So I think people are understanding that we're not asking you to buy, you know, season tickets and come to every game. There's enough people on the west side that, you know, you can buy one ticket a year, bring your family once a year, pick a game that works for you, come out, enjoy some hockey, and you're supporting an organization that is supporting other organizations. So, you know, that's sort of the message that I wanted to get out, is that you don't have to be a hardcore hockey fan, but come enjoy the atmosphere. You know, you look at, you know, we seem to be recluding into our homes now, and you look at social media and all the cyberbullying, and you look at the sort of conflict on social media over, you know, politics and the race and the whole gender thing and all these things going on, and everybody's in such conflict. You know, we would never act that way in person. I mean, we would have our opinions, but we would respect each other. And we're kind of losing that. And, you know, the thing about sports teams or organizations such as ours is it's the only thing a community really has that we can kind of all agree on. You know, I come from Saskatchewan, so I was a big Rough Rider fan. And you know, when I'm walking around Kelowna and I see a Rough Rider hat, or sorry to all the BC Lion fans out there, but when I see a Rough Rider hat or the logo, I'm instantly connected to them. Not because I don't know how they vote, I don't know what their assigned gender is, like I don't know any of that stuff, but because I see that logo, and it's not about the team, it connects me with my home, it connects me with my community that I came from, and that's what West Kelowna and cities like it need, is they need, walking down the street, they see a fellow or a kid with a Warriors hat on, and it connects them that I'm a part of a community, I'm a part of something bigger. I don't have to agree with you on who we vote for, I don't have to agree with you on any political issue or race or gender or any of these things, but we can agree that we're together in this community, and we should support each other.
Well, we've blown way into overtime, but good getting to know you better. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.
And explaining that letter. Let's hope that this, you know, boost of fans is something that carries forward for you.
Well, I'm working hard, and I hope they come out and support us.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you, Ken.
And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.